Greetings everyone, and right here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. So on the north side is the Cobalt Blue Kindle. We got Quickslow87. So on the south side is the Silver Claw Drake. We got Fenrir7. This map is a triple base map with a pair of airports. Both players do start off with one health, recon, and black boat for basic scouting and holding position. I have not seen the previous time I cast this replay. I did not see people move the black boat off to boost infantry forward. Wonder if any players will go for that. A lot of properties in this map, so Kindle could get some pretty good retaliation damage, as well as her power and superpower both be quite effective. And if Drake's not too careful, he may leave us land on top of the port and take some damage there, forcing some repairs. Of course, we've got Drake's superpower, which also can do the same thing to Kindle's lander as well. Not like she can keep it off of the seaport, because of course we'll lose half the fuel while at it. We got double recon by Kindle. Artillery here by Drake. He may be on to barrage the pipe scene. Does get trapped in that recon. Yes, recon. If the recon's going to try to stop the infantry unit from going to the city there, could just go back one forest tile. I would actually recommend Drake put it back one forest tile there. Does get trapped there by the recon there, and that one was not really planned. He does move back one tile there, so Kindle may get herself stuck there again, like a stepsister. He does just outright kill it off. Another recon by Kindle. How many recons does he have? 4 recons are now on the field. Drake has a tank. His ground unit is completely and utterly ordinary. Infantry tank, and does take on the resupply that infantry unit there. Artillery striking the pipe scene. Got artillery by Kindle, infantry and tank. Our first tank on the field. Quadruple recon's very interesting, though she did take a pretty good hit there with this recon to fall back this forest. A lot of the cities just got captured, around 17,000 income. Tank, infantry. Takes the pipe scene there. And takes out that one infantry there. So Drake has a nice little core of tanks in the middle of the map. His black boat is on top of the reef as well to stay hidden. Recon gets resupplied by the black boat. Pipe scene has taken some beatings. Tank, battlecopter, infantry, and infantry. Drake's battlecopters are pretty bad. Minus 30% firepower is quite significant. I've seen some really bad cases where it's like he did so little damage with his battlecopters, it's just funny. Also, Drake gets trapped quite a bit this game. It seems like there's actually a lot of traps so far this game. There's been at least about a dozen traps before turn 12. Good hit there. And does stop that, or almost completely stops that capture. Kindle has, of course, got her comm tower down south. Drake is nowhere near this comm tower, so Kindle could try grabbing both of them. infantry units pushing forward. Tanks now advancing. Medium tank along with it. You've got quite a bit of assets down south for Drake. Good strikes over here. Anti-air. Battlecopter, infantry, tank, and anti-air. So Kindle has what? 2 battlecopters right now? Yep, just the 2. Drake has just the 1, which does get a good strike there. Does not finish off that tank though. In a fog war game, it still has excellent scouting and it is able to probe woods. Quite a bit of losses down here for Kindle. She does have access to Urban Blight. Drake almost has access to Tsunami, but he's generally more of a superpower CO. Kindle could pop an Urban Blight. Does any terrain for her to get some good boosted damage? Not really. So an Urban Blight won't be excellent. The medium tank here is used to... soft the medium tank of the Urban Blight may actually be worth it. Of course, there's still 2 tanks in reserve. Let's switch the size to fall back there. Got a Neo tank infantry and infantry. Good hit there in the recon, takes it out, and let's interrupt this capture. We're now 22,000 versus 20,000. And Drake's going for a number of captures. Still does not capture this comm tower. And there's still a good number of despicable neutral cities on this map. It seems like this map has a large amount of contestable territory. And we got a Drake rocket. Not a big fan of rockets in general. Though this map is quite diagonal. I think a rock on top of this forest wouldn't be half bad. Guess we'll wait and see. We can see how well a generic rocket will do. Neotank pushes all the way up here rather than going through the pipe seam. Interesting. Probably trying to keep it hidden. Good strikes there. No Urban Blight. She may be eyeing for a superpower. When it comes to Kindle's power and superpower, her Urban Blight is excellent, while her High Society is good. I think people underrate the High Society a bit too much. I do consider it as a good superpower, just not an excellent superpower. Because right now, Kindle's superpower will give her a plus, what, 69% of firepower, a very nice amount of firepower. Not to mention the plus 130% from attacking from urbanized terrain. She can get in certain situations, total level firepower bonuses. Power money firepower bonuses level. Drake's now trying to capture the southern comm tower. Could be easily interrupted. This recon probably has good vision of it. Plus 69% firepower globally is quite significant. Interrupts the capture there. Interrupts the flip. Recon strikes there. 4 capture progress remains, so needs another hit on it. Does fully stop it. Neo tank pushes forward. Anti-air takes out 1 health infantry unit. The striking there on the recon takes it out. Battlecopter advancing. High Society is now available. We'll likely see a Typhoon next turn. Anti-air, recon, infantry, battlecopter. So she went for a full deployment there. She's going to eat a lot of repair costs. She also migrated some units, some tanks onto properties, so she's going to be eating a really good amount of repair. And here comes the Typhoon. She's also going to be pretty blind next turn because of the rain. That will likely be captured. Strikes the tank there. She will have spotting this medium tank. The rockets, of course, advance during the rain, which is a great way to get into position. We may see an Urban Blight, we may see a high society. I don't see any real good opportunities for booster strikes on them hitting this battlecopter. And got units falling back there. She may just want to pop Urban Blight to get the power charge spent. And looks like she is eyeing for the superpower, not going to be trying to spam out Urban Blight. She ends the turn of 124, Drake's her turn of 136. She does have 7,000 in the bank, which is a fair amount. Drake has pretty good spotting of everything in this region, barring this Neo tank. Drake does have 2 interiors down south as well. Bit of resupply there. Let's just trying to posture, get in position. Infantry, Neo tank over there. So both her flanks are now supported by a Neo tank. Strikes the artillery there for a decent amount of damage. Of course, does have the vision Neo tank. No one going in range of it. Of course, we got a Neo tank down here, which is in range of this Neo tank, just out of vision range most likely. If there's a high society, this Neo tank maybe will one-shot that Neo tank. Kindle can make a pretty good play here if she spots it. Somehow tank could go on the other side of that tank there and get a shot off. Nope. Now Drake will get a first strike on that Neo tank. It's still in range. And not to mention, rather than being on a 3-star property, it's now on 0-star property. Got now battlecopter, tank, infantry. This is going to be a pretty deadly hit. It's the battlecopter there, and Neo tank strikes Neo tank in a very powerful position. The artillery course is in range, but nothing to get a booster strike on that Neo tank. Drake still does not have this column tower on side note as well, and Drake's making pretty good headway on the right side of the map as well. But this Neo tank will get a good strike, first strike on the medium tank. With high siding, will definitely be able to one-shot it, but would be in range of a rocket. So the medium tank has good coverage. I feel like Drake is in a very, very good position. Ends the turn 174. Kindle starts the turn of 124. Down by 50,000. Even striking this medium tank will result her taking a fair amount of damage in return. High society. 25 properties plus 75% firepower globally. That is absurd levels. That is getting to Grim levels firepower. And managed to take out the Neo tank for 1-2 strike with this right there. That's how much firepower she's getting. She's getting absurd amounts of firepower. It will flip that engagement around. I just want to point out how ridiculous that firepower. 130%, plus 75%, plus 10%, plus another 10% from the column tower. Resulting in 156% firepower. And even take an equal strike there. Even puts the ATR into and actually went from 8 health down to 7 health. We do have a tsunami available. This Neo tank should be a one-shot that medium tank. The 8 health battlecopter took out the full health battlecopter in one shot. Yeah, she's in one-shot territory. Look at that firepower. 2 health tank took a bite out of that rocket. That is like I said, it's gonna be a one-shot. Oh, it's not a one-shot. Oh wait, I clicked on the wrong unit. That's how much damage she does to a Neotank on her own. 131%! An easy one-shot, not a close one-shot, an easy one-shot. Even if she did get hit by the tsunami, that will probably still be a one-shot. Tank, battlecopter, tank. Drake is now down 102, Kindle's 145, but she's going to lose about 30,000 funds right here. And that immediately evened it out. Of course, Kindle will have bad Fog of War as well. Rocket get a good strike on that medium tank, or Neo tank. Only did 3 points of damage there, which is actually not too significant. Still, it's a rocket hitting the Neo tank. What more could you ask for? Battlecopter gets a good strike there. Making good headway on the right side of the map. A lot of ATRs. Only a tank and a battlecopter there. Kindle has 2 battlecopters, but of course it's got triple ATRs here. Yep, this this fight can still go either way. It's weird armies from both sides. Up here, it's wounded armies and non-existent armies from both sides. Ends the turn of 130,000, starts the turn from 94. Takes the black boat while at it. Neotank does fall back a little bit there. It's still going to be useful to take on ATRs, especially when Booster strikes some urbanized property. Ends turn for 110. Starts the turn for 124. Oh, gets trapped there, but that's just a 3 health ATR, nothing too significant. And Drake has captured the comm tower down south, and Kindle's trying to flip a property. 12 capture progress remaining. We also got this city there, 12 capture progress remaining. Flip here, and a capture there. Still a number of despicable neutral properties. Tank, infantry, tank. Insert 137, Kindle starts turn 109. Her black boat's still alive, though did lose a bit of amount of fuel. Down to 8 fuel now. And black boat consumes what, 1 fuel per turn? So it's going to stay alive for another 7 more turns, right? Drake has another Neotank down here. Kindle has nothing really contest with it. She does keep 8,000 funds in the bank. She may be going for Bomber or Neotank next turn. I don't know if stealths are available this map. Is she going to go for a stealth? Stealths? Wait. Black bombs are not banned. How much do black bombs cost again? They're pretty expensive though. But they can easily pay for itself. They're a little bit mixed, but I think a lot of people hate them in the game. But black bombs are not banned. Problem is, to make that useful, it's actually somewhat difficult. It explodes with massive damage, does 5 damage each, but I think a black bomb costs like 25,000? It's pretty expensive. Was it 28,000? Let's just say 25,000. Let's say that hits 1 Neotank. If that would do 11,000 damage, you still need to hit like 2 more Neotanks and it'll pay for itself. Which is actually a little bit more difficult than you would expect. I suppose Black Bomb's a bit more of a high funds unit. Because then it'd be a lot easier to get value out of it. Neotank, Battlecopter, Infantry. Good strikes over here. Takes out that unit there. Is this Global League? Yes, it is in fact Global League. Yep, Glow League, Fog, bracket T3, end bracket. Forward. Kindle's doing a good job of not getting the liner on top of the port to save repair costs. Got another High Society almost available. Drake's been doing a good job of playing around the urbanized terrain. High Society is now available. Rocket has been repaired and is on top of the HQ. Yep, one we can take a look at notes Global League as well is look at the term timer. If it's above 50 hours, it's definitely it's definitely Global League. If it's below below 10 minutes, it's definitely Live League. But still, yeah, I think that's like the first. Then again, I don't really look at the ban list all too often, but I think it's like the first game map I've ever seen that doesn't have black bombs banned. And they may not be banned in Live League. Like I said beforehand, it's a little bit difficult to get good value out of the black bomb and not high funds. Though, if you were to detonate a black bomb right here, it will probably pay for itself. We do have now battlecopters to pull it on out. Got another infantry there. Drake's maybe gone a little bit too heavy in battlecopters. He has 3 on the field. Tank, and infantry. High Society is still available. Let's see, she's still has 24,000 income, so still 25,000. Going for a flip, and that seems like a pretty safe flip. Do a flip! Still got this property being flipped here as well, but like to be interrupted now. Infantry, tank, infantry. We're going to see another Typhoon almost available. Possibly this turn? 88? Problem is, trying to go for a Typhoon this turn may make you charging too far forward, could get you too exposed. Needs another 1,600 funds. And those will just fall short because he's above 1,000. If that's 1,600 funds times 2, yep, no Typhoon. Kindle could try going with High Society, but at this point in time, High Society is strong enough where it can punch through a Typhoon. Does interrupt the capture again. Neotin could strike the anti-air, but of course will be retaliated by the rocket. And not push forward like that is a good idea. Black Bolt has 2 fuel remaining. So next turn is the last turn it will remain alive before the following turn it will sink. Recon, battlecopter, anti-air. And here comes a Typhoon. She's just going to have to weather a storm. Called a good amount of forces, 149 versus 192. Of course, she will, if she does pop High Society, she will also deal with +10 some defense, which is important. And here's the thing as well, if she does pop High Society, the Neo Tank will get absurd firepower bonuses to hit this Neo Tank here. This may be the wrong play by Drake right now. You can let the storm pass and be a bit more defensive, but he's making great headway over here. He has great field control on the right side over here. Vice, oh, there goes the Black Boat. But a High Society could be very devastating. Oh, Urban Blight. Okay, no High Society, Urban Blight. So she, of course, does 3 damage against to any enemy unit on top of urbanized property, such as this tank here. And then it also sets a firepower bonus from going from plus 40 to plus 80% from attacking from urbanized terrain. So that's an easy one shot there. Does get trapped, also makes it hard to hit that battle copter. Does get trapped there. This Urban Blight seems not as effective. That course is an easy kill. Big boosted strike there. Neo Tank is out of range of this Neo Tank. Of course, she basically has almost enough for another Urban Blight, so she can chain Urban Blights. And right now, Drake does have triple Neo Tank this region. This Neo Tank is in range of this Neo Tank. This is going very much in favor of Drake right now. That Urban Blight was not successful enough. Her Neo Tank just got double tap. Does not try to strike this Neo Tank here, but could get a great strike onto this. I also got another Neo Tank over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which can also get boost strike there. So Drake could lose 2 Neo Tanks next turn with another hot Urban Blight. When I say lose, I mean probably not one-shot it, but will be almost dead. Land is at 31 fuel. Just needs a little bit of power charge going. Artillery strikes that unit there. Spots the unit inside the forest. Tank will strike the unit in the forest. Does get trapped there. There's Urban Blight, and she'll probably pop Urban Blight. Yes, she will. Now we're going to see some good boost strike on these Neo Tanks. Wow, I didn't think that would be a one-shot, but it is in fact a one-shot, because plus 8% firepower is a lot. She has to get a horrible luck roll in order to not be one-shot there, but that also means this will not be one-shot. And he almost has enough for another Typhoon. Tank, triple tank. Insert 132, Drake's turn 134, so he's ahead by about a turn. We also got a rig here to rig the game. Oh wait, no, that's Days of Ruin. APC. This part where I talk about Drake's battle copters being bad. 7 health, full health. 6 health, 8 health. It lost. Yeah, it still was cost effective, but still. Drake's battlecopters are just so amusing sometimes. Kindle does have 25,000 funds. Picks up that tank there. This tank does need fuel. And though she's trying to rotate towards the center, she's called a good amount of force there, and she's going to take the opportunity to rotate. Going center or rightwards? I'm guessing center. Meteor, battlecopter, tank, and infantry. Does put the lane atop the port, so we'll need to get the fuel and repairs. Just a bit of rotation. Put some rounds in the APC. Luckily, APCs only need to be at 1 health in order to be effective. Though it definitely does lose the A part of APC, Armored Personnel Carrier, if it's at 1 health. Tank infantry, tank. And the Neo Tank does go to the HQ. Good chance for our Typhoon. Both these Neo Tanks, triple Neo Tank. Kindle's going to have no funds for spending next turn, will she? She's at 180,000 field versus 163. She's going to take a massive hit there. 173, I'm guessing 130 something. 137. I flip the property there. Urban Blight's now available. Infantry tank. And Kindle decides to resign his grade, saying thank you for watching and on to next replay.